In February of 2016, the body of a missing Italian student was found badly beaten near a highway outside Cairo. Egypt's security forces are strongly suspected as they have been long accused of torturing detainees and of suspicious disappearances. Egyptian police are thought to be responsible for hundreds of unlawful imprisonments as pressure on the Egyptian government is accumulating. So Connor and I took on the task of finding out just how corrupt Egypt really is. Much of Egypt's current issues regarding corruption stems from one of the former presidents of the country, Hosni Mubarak. After Mubarak took office in 1981, he placed Egypt under emergency law, which effectively suspended constitutional protections, broadening the authority of local police and of politicians. This seemingly froze citizens' rights towards equal protection, including the right to a fair trial. As a result, politicians and activists were arbitrarily detained, secret prisons were established, and media outlets were either blocked or shut down entirely. When Mubarak was removed from office in 2011, roughly half the population was living on $2 a day or less. Mubarak's personal fortune was estimated to be roughly $70 billion. Since then, Egypt has undergone multiple elections and constitutional changes. However, Egypt has dropped on the corruption index, falling 6 spots since 2011. Despite this statistic, 64% of Egyptians have reported that corruption has increased between 2011 and 2013. This is partly because low-level or petty corruption is reportedly deeply ingrained in Egyptian society. Today, Egyptian citizens must allegedly pay a bribe for virtually any public service, including licensing, registering property, or admission to public universities. Corruption in the private sector is not only accepted, it's seen as the only way to get things done. For example, when a business wants to lift a regulation or expedite the passage of law, they're expected to pay a facilitation payment, or a bribe, to the official in charge. Egypt's business world is also reportedly plagued by favoritism. In Egypt, this term is commonly referred to as wasta. Those who have wasta can generally escape punishment for illegal business dealings and can even collect unearned government benefits. Although Egypt criminalizes these and other forms of low-level corruption, legislation is rarely enforced. But in recent years, the situation has improved. In 2014, Egypt actually rose 20 spots on the corruption index, and that same year, a national anti-corruption strategy was implemented. It was designed to further monitor and penalize corrupt activities and increase transparency. The following year, the former corrupt president Mubarak and his family were fined $16 million and jailed for embezzlement. But as rampant low-level corruption continues to trap Egyptians in poverty and halt any substantial economic growth, only time will tell if the new government will be able to rein in corruption in the long term. Overall, Egypt has made steps towards long-term reform. However, major foundational changes in the Egyptian constitution are unforeseen in the near future.